BigRedFishDad. Today we're going to make hot dog marshmallow skewers. Keep these in our camper and use them when we go camping and stuff. It's a nice little addition to the rack system that we use for the Dutch ovens and stuff. All it takes is just one steel rod to make about 4 of them, 20 foot long. I think they're like $2.60 at the steel yard. If you could find a little bit smaller, or even go to one of the specialty shops and get stainless, that'd be better. These get a little rusty, but just keep the ends cleaned and dip them in oil and kind of season them like a cast iron pot, and you'll be all right. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. These I'm going to cut a little shorter than this one. And now that I got a drill press, I can put a handle on there. So I'm going to get an dowel rod and drill a hole and put a handle on these, just to make them a little bit fancier. No real need for that because they are long and they don't get hot. So anyway, stay tuned for that, and I'll show you how we put those together. It's really just simple. I want to cut them at 32 inches, cut 4 of those, and then I'll cut for the U, for the points, I'll cut about 4 of those at, I don't know, 14 inches or so. That'll give it a good 6 inches on each side, and then maybe 4 inches for the bend. And that should be good. That's about it. And then you'll take a tube bender and just bend the nice little shape of the U. That's just about, if you do a 90-degree right there, that's a good width. Pick these up for $1 something or $2 at Harbor Freight, and for a 1/4-inch rod it works great. All right, stay tuned. On the floor, it's much easier. Okay, got those. It's always nice to wear really old clothes when you're working with the metal. All that mill scale gets everywhere. Okay, so here's the first one. Comes out pretty good. You could even make it a little bit longer if you want to there. That looks pretty good right there. So what you're going to do is, on this type, I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to use it or not, but this is just an example. I got to cut some more. Let me go ahead and do that. I think that's probably going to be a next shop purchase, is a good, one of those floor model benders, because we do end up making some curves, and there's some other things I'd like to make if I had one. So anyway, for this one purpose, I want it pretty much in the middle, so I'm going to make a mark at 8 inches, as I think it's a 2-inch bend on this thing. So, and then I'm going to line that up with this first mark right here, like that, and then bend it around, and it's comes out pretty close. So good enough for me for a poker. Having a little vise or something to put it on, give you some extra so you can get it around and grab it. And then just put it up and push. And there you go. Get it in there approximately where you want it and go all the way around, but I like about that angle, so there we go. That's 2. Mark this one at 8. Oh, finally getting some rain. They said it's supposed to rain this weekend, and it's Sunday afternoon and finally coming. We'll see. Okay, got my 4 of those. Okay, so there's how I rigged them up to paint them. I just sprayed them down with some Rust-Oleum paint. Then I'll put the handles on and those will be finished. Anyway, I just clamped on a board here to hold them out so that you know, that last couple inches is going to be inside the handle anyway with glue, so it won't matter. So this is just about 9 inches, so I'm just going to use this as a little stop and cut them. I don't feel like marking them, and like it's just for a handle, so it doesn't really matter. Just going to drill down, and you know, that'll be a good amount of wood to hold on to. Okay, so I forgot to turn the camera on when I was drilling these out. They were tall. I only got down as deep as the bit, so they're going to be a little longer than I had planned, but they should work. Really, I could cut these off some, but I'm just going to leave them. Right now I'm just kind of pressing them in a little bit, just so I can stain them. And then I'll pull them off, put a little bit of Gorilla Glue in the bottom, and then press them on and pound them all the way in. So right now I'm just going to stain them up, and then all that's left is to grind the tips. Grind the tips down. I may actually go pick me up a grinder to do that instead of just using the handheld. Alright, so I'm just putting the finishing touches on there, putting the dowel rods on. I use Gorilla Glue. I like the way that it kind of expands, and it's a pretty good glue. You could pretty much use anything though, because you drill the hole almost exactly the same size, or even just one step smaller than the 1/4 inch rod, so that it fits nice and tight anyway. But I just put a little bit of Gorilla Glue, dribble a little bit of water on there because it says it needs water. A lot of people use a spray bottle, but later on I just kind of drop 1 or 2 drops down in the hole and then kind of dip the end of the rod into the water. It worked better. Kind of oozed out a little bit on this first one and stuff. So anyway, after you do that, you just tap them on, and then as that expands, it'll keep them nice and tight forever, and shouldn't have any problems with them slipping off and everything. So that's pretty much it. And then got you some good poker sticks. You know, one time I was thinking about putting a third in the middle, a third little rod in the middle, and that way you could kind of pinch your hot dogs or cook something that needs, you know, don't want to poke, you know, and then you can kind of weave it through the 3. But you know, hot dogs, I just poke them, then you can put marshmallows and whatever. Sometimes we take those big giant marshmallows that are like 2 or 3 inches big, so a lot of fun. Anyway, there they are. Thanks for watching. Hope it gave you some ideas, and we'll catch you in the next video.